let's start local. We in California have a mask mandate, as you know, that was supposed to expire on January 15th. So we only have a few days left. But wait a second, it's been extended through at least February 15th. That's according to KTLA News. So the mask mandate went into effect on December 15th. And again, it was set to expire in a month, but things are getting a little wonky, so they say. So it requires masks to be worn in all indoor public settings, regardless of vaccination status. The mandate's February 15th end date will be reevaluated closer to that time based on conditions across California.
When is the Super Bowl out here?
That's
6th?
a good.
Yeah, they're looking at Dallas.
I just saw that they were looking at alternative venues.
What?
They have a contingency plan.
Yeah, backup venues.
Is it on the 6th?
I'm guessing it's beginning of February.
No, it's
the
not.
Second or
13th.
13th?
It's the next weekend.
next week.
Next week it is?
But
Yes.
it's technically still part of this mandate. It's
Well,
the
that's
13th.
what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
made it under the 15th mandate.
Right.
We should move it. Let's move it. Fuck California.
the Super Bowl?
Fuck no. Yeah, just fuck.
Oh, I thought you said move the mask mandate. I said, yeah,
No,
move it.
get rid of the mask mandate, but move the Super Bowl. Go to fucking Texas. They'll go watch it there. No one will get sick. We'll lose a bunch of revenue. And we'll learn a fucking lesson, you fucking idiots.
As soon as California realizes how much money you're going to lose, they're like, listen, all right, we're going to let it go for 4 quarters.
I don't know. They're
CDC
fucking retarded. They will take a stand.
If this game goes into overtime, you put your mask back on. But for right now.
That's right. Yeah, right. Put your mask on. Here's a hot dog and a beer. Nurse this thing for 3.5 quarters.
Exactly.
I was watching the Rose Bowl, held at the Rose Bowl, filled to capacity with 100,000 people in it a week and a half ago or whenever, New Year's, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was watching a capacity crowd sitting in the Rose Bowl. How did we pull this off? I didn't even see anyone wearing a mask. How come we canceled it last year? Mm-hmm. What the fuck is going on? Where's the fucking experts? Where's the fucking science? Barbara Ferrer? Not related?
No.
What the fuck? Come on, people. You guys you're following the science. Where's your fucking science? 0 Rose Bowl, packed Rose Bowl. Okay, should have been a super spreader event. Then what? Where? Give us some data from the Rose Bowl. It was packed to fucking capacity. You can cancel it out here. They'll move it to Texas Stadium. It'll be packed, and nothing will happen.
Yeah.
How often does that need to happen around the country before you get your fucking heads out of your assholes, you pussies? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I was, frankly, because it's California and it's Newsom, I was wondering when they're going to shut down Disneyland again.
Oh, yeah. He must have that on his things to do.
List.
That's
on his
right.
to-do
Steve
list.
Buscemi, people to kill.
That's right. Lipstick through it.
Whatever the new variant is so transmittable and so small, the masks don't do anything with the new one. That's
Really?
why. That's what I hear.
I don't know. Look, my mother's flipping out. I was at because I have a pre-existing condition. I'm old. All right, Mom. So I went to see for Christmas. I'm not coming out of the house. There's the news. The unicorn's out there. I'm not coming out. So she's all nervous, right? So I pick her up. I take her around. She's got the mask and everything, but she can't. It's hanging, and I can't tell her. So she said, I feel so, you know what? I hate this mask, but I really can't get sick. It's dangling. Mom, it's a flag. But
I should be able to read your lips.
Yeah, but it's nerves, and it's no one really knows,
Yeah.
So what are you
I know,
do?
but let's stop shaping society around a pack of pussies.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be shaped. I don't want society to take the vote. Well, people are nervous. Oh, the mask doesn't do anything. Well, yeah, I know, but people feel better about wearing the mask. Fuck those pussies. That's my feeling. I don't want to shape society around it. It's a fucking either works or it doesn't. Either we can have a stadium filled with people safely, or we can't. I think we just played a whole college season with capacity stadium. So if that in fact is the case, then we may do that. Yeah, but a lot of people over here in California, they don't feel comfortable. Fuck those sheep pussies. Fucking kill yourself, pussies. You're ruining my life. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Do you have a problem? Go fix it. Get some therapy. It's not my fucking problem. We had a Rose Bowl that was empty, and now we have one that's full. So let's hear the data, Barbara Ferrer. You can shut your fucking cunty mouth. Fuck you. Why did we cancel it last year? Well, we didn't know. Okay, well, now we know.
Well, not only that, why even have the protocols if we're not going to enforce? Like, you can have mask mandate at the Super Bowl. You can require people to be vaccinated to get into the Super Bowl. But if you're going to eliminate it altogether, why even bother? Why even bother with those steps?
How are they going to make the decision? Okay, let's say we're going to move it, right? How are you going to move this game? It's not like, listen, we're going over Carolla's house, right? Gina's dog is out. She doesn't want to put it away. It's all over Carolla's
You
house.
can move the party,
How
but
you
you
gonna
can't
do
move the
that?
actual game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
are they seriously talking about going to Texas
I
with
saw
it?
it. What do I know? I saw it in,
I saw
in
the
the
same
paper.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Contingency
LA
plan.
Times reported it today.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I think they're just thinking about how we're going to do this if we have to do this.
Or they could just play the fucking game.
Yeah. I really think they're going to say, with the money they're going to lose.
Well,
and Kroenke just built that stadium?
Yeah,
Well,
I
and
think
that's the
he's
thing.
gonna-
What happens to the $1 million suite ticket holders
Yeah.
that are going to be fucking
Look
furious?
at Rose Bowl 2022.
Wow.
Is there not 100,000 people in that fucking stadium?
There is not an empty seat.
All right. Well,
Is everybody
it's
okay?
been 2 weeks.
lot of red.
Has it been an issue or?
I haven't heard.
I
anything.
heard Doug got a sore throat. He
Oh,
went.
Don't
Yeah.
Your friend Doug got a sore throat?
Doug went sore throat. I
I
don't know
see
what we
him
got to do.
in the corner.
Yeah, there he is. Oh, he doesn't have his mask on. Yeah.
Your fault, Doug.
Where did they move it last year?
Walk
They
it
move
off!
it. They move it to Texas last year.
Arizona, right?
Oh, Arizona.
Glendale.
Couldn't
All
tell.
right. God, these other states, they must be so happy we're retarded. I just love it.
When is gas coming down? $5. I need a cosigner to fill up my car.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I said. That I don't know how anything fucking works anymore. But if we're so worried about the debt crisis and about all this, why don't we just put a moratorium on gas tax? And we all pay, $2.50 and fill up, and wouldn't that be helpful?
Vote grand.
That's right.
That I don't get.
Well, it's obviously kicks the shit out of poor. Gas and food are the two things that just
That's
beat
what
the
I'm
shit out of
saying.
poor people.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
So cancel it. You love canceling
If you really
shit.
want to help out poor people, yeah, well, take the tax and put a moratorium on it for a year or something, or
rebate
till
or something.
whatever
Do you
comes
think,
back down.
your opinion, I think, and it's working because I'm looking at it, but do you think they're trying to just get us to buy electric cars out here? It's like what they did with cigarettes.
like the
Yeah.
road diet.
Yeah, there is
ancillary
a lot of
benefit.
that.
They're not upset about it.
There is a lot of that because when you hear them talk about it, they'll go, "Yeah, well, we're working on it, but it does help with the electric
Right.
car, or whatever. If we had an electric car." But
Oh,
by
you're
the way, there's just a fuck. I just read it was a few months back, but there's an article about during the heat wave, don't plug in the electric
Yep.
car, so we don't have the grid.
Nope.
I know, that's what I was
That's
thinking.
why all the neighborhoods went down. Because the charging stations.
Oh, really?
That's what we talked about when I lived in that part of town in Mid-Wilshire. All the grids went down because there's charging stations. The grid's 100 years old.
Yeah, great.
It's crazy.
Get the grid together.
All right, let's move on. As rumored earlier this week, the Grammys have been postponed. The Recording Academy issued a statement that says, given the uncertainty surrounding the Omicron variant, holding the show on January 31st simply contains too many risks. So they're postponing. They're going to postpone the Music Cares Person of the Year, which is honoring Joni Mitchell and Clive Davis. That's a pre-Grammy gala.
Clive may not
They
be
better
around
hurry up.
next
No.
year. Yeah, and Joni is, well, I mean, Clive Davis got to be 90, 89. I mean,
I would
late
imagine.
late 80s.
Well, they're saying they don't know when they're going to be able to do it because it was supposed to be at Crypto, at, Staples, as we all know it. But, those bookings are getting pretty full, so you can't just move it.
Oh, right, because the calendar fills
Yeah,
up.
so we'll
All
see
right,
about that.
Another award show.
So we're going to
Bites
miss
the dust.
the Golden Globes,
Poor David
and
Wallace.
we're probably going to miss that too. Speaking of missing,
Who was going to host the Grammys?
I
Do they
don't know. I don't even know if it
Well,
was
just say hello,
hosted or
Cool
not.
J.
Yeah, it's a safe guess. At least to open it. Your
Trevor Noah.
Trevor
Oh,
Noah.
okay.
All right.
Your beloved Sex and the City sequel.
Yes.
And just like that.
And just like that.
Chris Noth has been cut from the season finale. I mean, his sky
His dream
is
sequence.
falling. That's following his sexual assault allegations against him, despite his character, John James, Mr. Big Preston, dying in the first episode. He was set to make this cameo, I guess, with Sarah Jessica Parker in the last episode. But now the footage, quote, will not make it to air. After the show's premiere and his high-profile Peloton commercial, Noth was hit with several accusations of sexual misconduct. He's denied them. He also was dropped by his talent agency and the show Equalizer, which I think he was on with Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah,
Yeah.
CBS.
Oh, yeah. She's a cop.
Great sitcom.
Well, arguably more laughs in the Queen Latifah playing the cop on the edge than there is in the standard
His agent
30-minute
dropped
format.
Yeah.
So,
He went from everyone's like, we
I know.
forgot we love him to this.
well, first off, shouldn't you? You just get accused of stuff and you just get cut out of everything now.
Yeah.
You just get dropped.
Because people don't want to touch it.
Can't have the risk.
We talked about that. We just talked
What
about
the
that.
risk is?
I
No
know.
one-
The
but-
secondhand risk of being associated.
Right.
I know, but does anyone see from a societal standpoint that if you'd like to get someone canceled, all you have to do is rustle up 2 other nutty chicks and you could just lie and go, I'm not saying they are. I'm saying you could.
Yeah.
You just go, oh, that guy touched me inappropriately in a nightclub in Miami in 1987. And I go, oh, okay, where do you want us to fire him? Like, so it's a little bit of a weird place we're in, you know?
Right.
And so the thing is, you know, you go, well, he should get his day in court and he should be judged by a juror of his peers and so on and so forth. That's our system, but that's not this system.
No.
This system is shit can his ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's his livelihood.
Yeah.
And then once it happens, it kind of is. You know what I mean? Like, you want to hire Chris Noth? No,
Nah.
he's the one who got in trouble with it. Well, he didn't. We don't know if he got in trouble. He was accused.
That's not what we remember. Like you said, oh, didn't he rape somebody? Like
Yes.
that's that.
That's that.
Yeah. So I don't know what's next for him. But on the flip side, it does remind me of that line and I totally agree with Brian, not an Oscar award nominee, but a good movie, The Promising Young Woman, that came out, 2 years ago?
It's a good movie.
It's good, but it was up for Best Picture. And, you know, she's, you know, basically taking revenge in certain ways against these predatory guys. And one of the lines at the end, he's like, and so what? She's going to accuse me of this and ruin my life? Don't you understand? That's a guy's worst nightmare. And she goes, any idea what a woman's worst nightmare is?
Getting raped.
Yeah, so it kind of puts things in perspective.
Oh, that's what she meant.
God damn it, Brian. So I
Cat
get
dying.
I should have
cat
caught on.
dying. That's right. Being out of Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, that movie was overhyped, but
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah.
It's not Academy.
Well, we were talking about laws and new mandates. We haven't talked about the ones that are about to go into effect. You want to talk about some of those?
Yes.
California specific or federal?
I think these are nationwide, but with the ones that aren't, I will let you know. So effective on January 21st, states have increased the minimum wage to $15 an hour. This is something I'm really interested in. There's something called the No Surprise Act. Any guesses?
Oh, wait, yes,
Something tells me this may affect you,
I
Brian.
just signed this.
I'm sure you
literally
did.
just signed this yesterday. I went to the doctor. It's about surprise billing or something.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is one of those things. It's like,
Oh,
what
the
took you
medical
so
thing,
long?
yes.
Yeah. So this is it goes into effect. It bans surprise medical bills. The federal ban prohibits most unexpected medical charges.
No glitter in the envelope. Or once you don't
Somebody delivers it in a singing telegram from out-of-network providers and will apply to about 10 million bills a year.
You know what? I remember hearing about this early last year or mid-early last year. I think it's the Trump thing, and I'm not a huge Trump fan. I think it's a surprise.
This
But
is great.
This is a great law, and I was 100% behind them. But
Yeah.
This
he
is
wanted, and he
necessary.
also wanted to fast track. Like he had to think about experimental medications.
Yes.
Like if you're dying,
Yes.
And you
want it?
you can take it.
Absolutely.
It's important
It's
to
called the guinea
acknowledge
pig
when
law.
a good law is a good law.
Well, let me give you some for instances with this. So it protects patients when they receive emergency care or scheduled treatment from doctors and hospitals that aren't in their insurance network
ambulances.
and that they didn't
Yeah.
choose. Yep. Consumers are responsible only for their in-network cost sharing in these situations. That is fabulous. Illinois, the Teaching Equitable Asian American History Act, very specific. They've gone into effect. The law requires schools to add a unit to the curriculum on events of Asian American history, including the contributions of Asian Americans in advancing civil rights since the 19th century and contributions made by individual Asian Americans in government and the arts and humanities and sciences.
I'd love to be the grizzled teacher. It's like, all right, everyone turn to Pearl Harbor. Chapter that says Pearl Harbor. Then we're going to go Bataan Death March after that. And then we're going with Comfort Women. And then we're going to watch Bridge over the River Kwai, and then that'll about cover us. All right.
What about Michelle Kwan?
I don't know that name. Is she a comfort woman?
Christy Yamaguchi?
Another comfort lady.
No, they're Olympic champions.
All I know is my great-grandfather died in the Bataan Death March, and I had an uncle that was on the Arizona Pearl Harbor. And so that about covers it for me.
Today's lesson is called John McCain Got Off Easy.
That's right. That's right.
And finally, just to put a bow on this, DC, welcome. They will start fining for using gas-powered leaf blowers.
Good.
The regulation was passed in 2018, but wanted to give people a nice 4 years to switch over. Now the fines will be $500 a pop.
Well, they're going to have problems like we have here. We got to figure it out. Who is doing... Look, we've had this law in place since 1999 in California. We're on the vanguard of all things pollution, all things whatever. We've never enforced it once.
Right.
There's 100% Hispanics with leaf blowers. Once in a while, you see a white kid on a skateboard with a leaf blower, but he's just fucking around.
Just for fun.
Well, it's the only time you've ever seen a blue
Johnny
guy.
Quest.
Yeah, he's blowing. Yeah, you got Eric Stromer's son. He's on the cul-de-sac. He's fired up the leaf blower. That is the only time I've ever seen a white dude holding a leaf blower.
For folly and fun.
Yes, pure sport. In terms of work, it is 100% Hispanic here in California and certainly in Los Angeles. And who's going to take the poorest people in our culture and fine them $287 for their leaf blower? We won't do it.
But
We
can't
won't
there
enforce
be
it
a
here.
voucher for a new leaf blower? I mean, if you're going to help.
I'm with you. You know, the thing, the part that everyone loses in the discussion of the leaf blower, especially the sound is horrible. The pollution, what comes out of the tailpipe is horrible. And then everyone goes, get them an electric leaf blower. But the problem is it still kicks up all the
Right.
dust and all the particulates and all
Right.
the things when you're walking your dog, you see that big cloud of
Yeah.
dust. The guy's out in the street. Well, you don't have the sound, or you're going to have some with the electric, but nothing stops the huge plume of all the shit that's on the ground that's going to end up in your fucking lungs. That's the worst part about the leaf blower. It's not the exhaust of the leaf blowers never fucked you up.
Right.
It's the dust cloud that fucks you up.
So again, I ask, where's the lawn vacuum?
They have some version of it.
What? Buy a rake.
Or a rake.
Buy a rake.
The handheld lawn vacuum.
I had a rake. My father
too.
gave me a rake and garbage bags. He said, I'm going to work. This lawn better be clean by the time I get home. That was it.
And
Adam
that's
was
the thing.
41 at the time.
I was 41 years old.
And that's
I had to whittle the rake.
We talk about narcissism, and it's like a rake. You're taking your stuff, you're putting it in your bag, you're disposing. A leaf blower, fuck it. I just don't want it in my lawn. I don't want it on my porch. I don't want it on my curb.
Or maybe we could, you ran in the one at 6:45. I've done a million. I'm walking my dog on a Saturday, even a Sunday. It's 2 p.m, and the guy's blowing the shit all out in the street. Maybe there's just a window, like crab season. Or something like that.
Leaf
what I mean?
season.
Like, there's leaf season. Like we go, look.
They call it autumn.
It is 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it's definitely not Saturdays or
Yeah.
Sundays. Like, here's your window. I would go, all right, I'm not going to walk my dog until
Right.
after 4, or I'll save it for the Saturday or whatever it is. But I don't know. It'll be interesting if they enforce it, because we're very selective here about the enforcement and we don't like the narrative of
Bad optics.
Yes, we don't like the optics of enforcing certain things. So
Yep.
I don't know who's doing the leaves over there, but if they got a bunch of Irishmen, they're going to hand out some tickets. I doubt the Irishers into lawn cares. They were.
Yeah, back in the day.
It's 4:30, Patty. Turn it off. Turn it off.
That's right.
Got a lot of Glens.
That's what it sound like.
Well, let's talk about a different kind of law. This is coming out of Spain. Spain will consider a pet's welfare when couples divorce or break up, and that starts this week.
Custody.
Yeah, it's a shift that strengthens the case of couples obtaining shared custody for their animals. And like you said, France has it, Portugal has it.
This is good.
They don't want to treat animals like property. They want to treat them like your ward. Like you're like a living human
this
creature.
is
Not human, but
society. This is a culture who are running out of problems. That's
Yeah.
why you like these
Right.
kinds of laws.
Right.
You don't see so much of this in the Sudan and
What?
Middle East and places. You know what I mean? Like this is when you really, if you want to know where to move, like who has the best culture, find the one with the craziest laws that really are neither here nor there. Everyone else is looking for clean water to drink, and
Right.
you're trying to
Little
figure
custody
out
laws.
who's getting the collie
Right.
when you guys go your separate ways. That's a little bit about a problem.
That's true. Although that makes California a bamboozle state, a real bait and switch.
Right,
because that's all we care about.
We do those. We have the transgender aisle, the Target law, and then we have homeless humanity flopped out on every
Does nobody
sideway.
hear me? Gas is $5. Can we focus
It's
on that,
crazy.
please?
You should be so lucky if it's $5.
Hey, where are you going?
The worst is if you watch not the local news, but you watch the national news, and people are outraged because the average cost is $3.11,
take
and you're
me
like,
there.
oh, it's
I would
brutal.
drive for that.
Right. I know.
Do you know how bad I got the cheap gas app on my phone? It stopped working.
Oh my God.
It stopped working. I did
gives
this
up.
morning.
They said that they thought maybe in San Francisco it's getting to $6.
Jesus. Of course it is.
Why? Why here? Why is everything the
know.
most? Why does it have to be? It doesn't have to be.
In the rich parts of town here, Beverly Hills and whatever, it's $6.
Oh, is it?
I mean, like $5.99.
For the
Yeah, that's the cash price.
High
And when you get up,
octane.
they're like, sorry, we take pelts. You got any pelts?
That's right. There is a cash price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Well,
goddamn.
they
Yeah.
advertise.
Yeah. All right, one more.
All
Gina,
right.
go ahead.
One more. Well, let's make it good. Here's a fun one. So, State Department of Motor Vehicles receives thousands of requests for vanity license plates every year, and it's somebody's job within the department to accept it or deny it based on what they want. Many requests are denied because they're inappropriate. So the Ohio DMV has released their list of vanity plate requests that were deemed inappropriate for
Nice.
2021.
This should be required.
And I have
for
a
all
few of them.
states.
Hey, Chris, on the back street, the street right behind us,
Yeah.
are you able to ascertain that direction?
I can,
Gina
yes.
wouldn't know. All right, the street behind us. The street behind us has a Honda that says like MVP Mamba
Oh, yeah.
on it. It's a Kobe.
Kobe lives.
Kobe lives.
That's what you're saying?
And he's driving a Honda.
He's driving a
The mighty
Honda.
have fallen.
Hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, I was there 2 hours ago. I don't know if it's moved,
We're checking.
but it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. You're right about that. I do just want to remind everyone that I was right that Laurel Canyon goes north and south. Magnolia
Yeah, you're
goes
right.
east and
But
west.
you told me
No, you're
east
right.
and west, so that fucked me up.
Yeah,
But
I
I
get it.
said north. You're right. You're right.
Thank
I've lived
you.
there my whole life.
Yeah. No, we can just stop
because
it.
the
You're
big
right.
deal is south of the boulevard.
No, yeah, into the hills.
If you live south of Ventura
Right,
Boulevard
right.
on Laurel Canyon, you're doing
You're
well.
moving on up.
So I was like, they're living south of the boulevard. That's
You're right.
Ventura Boulevard.
Well, let's go through some of these license plates and see.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So this guy's got his Mamba MVP thing on there, or MVP Mamba, or Black Mamba, or BL, whatever. We can figure it out. Now he's driving a Honda,
Right.
He's working in this neighborhood. Do you think he's a huge Kobe fan, or is he thinking ahead? Like,
Oh.
I pass a lot of restaurants in Portland. It's like Black Lives Matter. We stand with you. Like during when the next race rides, this guy trying not to get pulled out of his car and
Interesting.
Yeah.
Reginald identified
Right.
off of the fucking cinder block in his head. Like maybe this guy's just thinking ahead.
Interesting.
He's not a basketball fan. He's scared.
Yeah. I got my Ted Nugent forever license
Kill
plate.
him.
You might want to chisel that
That's a
off.
mistake.
Leave the
Maybe this
bomb
guy's just thinking about.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was walking through Portland, I saw 1,000 Black Lives Matter all
Yeah.
in the windows, all kind of going,
don't break those.
bust the other window.
No, you're right.
Maybe I was thinking that way.
What was the sign I saw that it went by too fast to take a picture of? We were in a not great part of Portland. Remember, it was like kind of some rundown houses, a row of them, and a not great looking house. And I think they had a big sign in front that said "Black people are magic."
Oh, yeah. Oh, I could do Magic MVP.
That's right,
too,
Magic
which is another
Johnson.
famous Laker.
There you go.
I don't know. We'll see when they get back if that's still there. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, the list.
So this is the Ohio DMV list of inappropriate license plates that got denied from 2021.
Can we decipher these? Do they require like deciphering?
I will help you with that. The first one was, I guess the guy's name was Zach, Nut Zach,
Nut Zach.
Oh,
bad.
that's fine.
Not
He's a
bad.
nutty guy named Zach.
Boob 33. I'll submit again next year. Turd Pro.
Well, he's probably a rooter guy. It's probably a van. It's a rooter service.
right.
You know what I mean? Turd Pro. Call
yeah,
it Turd Pro. Like
right.
it never happened.
He's a proctologist.
That's
Yeah.
right. Drug DLR. drug dealer.
Pharmacist.
You probably don't want. Oh yeah.
Yeah, pharmacist.
Again, I'll resubmit next year. Slut bus.
That's funny. Get some for your daughter.
Yeah. F bombs. BNDOVR.
Bend over.
Oh, bend over.
Also maybe a proctologist.
Or his name was Ben.
That's right.
I pee a lot. Too effing slow.
Oh, like you're speeding away
Yeah.
from someone.
And
Who? All right, go ahead.
the last one, 2020 FU.
Who?
like
That
that
one's
one.
easy
Yeah,
enough,
that's
but there's got to be.
That guy hates perfect
First off,
vision.
this can't be a dedicated job at the DMV.
Oh,
You
gotta
can't
be awesome.
just do this. You got to work a window.
Right.
Approving personalized plates.
Yeah, there's probably a committee.
There's got to be someone who's like, hey, John, you do a lot of crossword puzzles, right? Yeah. Come here.
Yeah. Could this be?
Would you? You must have to hand it off
Yeah,
a
right.
little bit because we've all been behind the person with the vanity plate and had to ask the guy in the passenger. "Did you
Yes.
get
What does that mean?"
What does
Right.
that
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
absolutely.
25% of those are undecipherable.
Right. But some I don't get.
Yeah.
I need a set of eyeballs
Yeah.
on it to help me through. There must be the
Right.
committee, right?
No, there has to be. You're right. If it's euphemistic or if it's just somebody's name, absolutely.
I would argue that the first one with the guy's
Nut
name,
Zach?
Zach,
You got out of jail on that one.
he's
What
grandfathered
if,
in.
what if he's an almond
His name
farmer?
is Zach.
Yeah.
What if he makes peanut butter?
All right, Max Bad. Anyone see that?
Still waiting. Yeah, we sent Kalen out, so he's out there right now.
Well, he's getting high then. Well, it's just the first car. He'd turn around and come back. If it was not there, it's not there. But all right. I'm curious.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Do you think he made a right when he left the gate or left?
You'd hope so.
He said, I think he made
Well, left
right,
the
'cause-
gate?
Okay.
Because you walk that way.
All right. All right. All right. Let's bring it home, Gina Kraft.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
96% fat, you fucking bald fuck.
That was the news.
Rounding up.
With Gina Grad.
White Honda's gone?
It's gone.
Oh, man. Well, we'll try to catch it tomorrow, see if it's back. Let me tell you, last but not least, about the Jordan Harbinger Show. Yeah, man, if you like fascinating podcasts and interesting people, then you'll want to check out our friend Jordan Harbinger. There's an episode for everyone, no matter what you're into. Jordan talks to Scott Adams about persuasion in a world where facts don't matter anymore, or go inside the dark world of wildlife trafficking. You'll always find something useful you can apply to your own life, routine changes that boost productivity or slight mindset tweaks that change how you see the world. You'll enjoy the show. We've had him on a few times. We've had him on me and Dr. Drew's show as well. So you can just search it out, the Jordan Harbinger Show. That's HARB as in boy, IN as in Nancy, GER on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to finer podcasts. It is the Jordan Harbinger Show. All right, let's give the special out. It's scary in here. Adam Ferrara. It's available for free on YouTube, so
No
doesn't get much
excuse.
cheaper than that.
There you
Filmed
go.
at Gotham. Adam's a great stand-up, so go check that out. Live dates coming up: Addison, Texas, January 21st through the 23rd. Phoenix, Arizona, CB Live, January 26th through the 30th. You can listen to the podcast, the Adam Ferrara podcast as well. Website, adamferrara.com. Go to Carolla.com for all the live shows. And until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Adam Ferrara and Gina Grad and Paul Bryan. Say it. Mahala. We don't need your kind in here, Jonathan. We just beat
walking.
the shit out of
I'm
us.
from Tokyo.
Yeah, we
Like I
got, we have
said.
universal slangs or
Trees aren't
Epithets.
curved.
epithets that just, yes, cover everyone. Yes, the trees aren't curved. Get out here with your hocus
Bonsai.
pocus. Yeah.